live. Fantastic. I'm gonna get this going on. Got the post stream update right now. Going live. Just kind of hanging out. Came back from vacation. Everything was looking pretty good. A little bit underwatered because my cousin was afraid of overwatering my plants, which is no problem to me. Everything's looking fantastic. Everything's looking pretty good. A couple issues are the Blue Widow suffering some burns. Don't know what that is about really, but suffering burns. It looks like nitrogen toxicity, from what I can tell. Burns around the edges, turning like a yellow color, but like we got powdery mildew on a handful of our plants, but that also looks like it's not doing like the most damage it do. Excuse me. Pink Tsunami, we got one that's pretty far along, looking pretty good. The buds are smaller than I would like them to be, but they are looking like good quality, which I would like over quantity, as a lot of you guys would know. I do like a little bit of weed that gets me higher than a big fucking bunch of weed that kind of isn't great, but looking frosty, looking kind of like holographic kind of with the trichomes popping up. It has like a really cool texture on it that you'll get with plants that have a whole lot of trichomes on them and are getting in those later developments when they are turning milkier color. And it looks really astonishing, and it has really beautiful orange hairs on it that just protrude from the plant in a way that is just super beautiful, super amazing. I love it. The Blue Widow, again, is lagging, kind of falling behind with the bud development. It's on week 5 almost, or almost on week 6, so it's kind of falling behind in the development, and that's kind of trashy. But hopefully she starts blowing up as I give her nutrients that hopefully fits her a little bit better, and hopefully we can see some good progress on all that. I don't know how many of you guys are actually getting the notification, which kind of sucks, but I think I'm going to switch to YouTube if I can figure out this whole mess of how to get the chat up and everything, and how to interact with you guys and get it back to where I can have it figured out. But for now, I got this like little bubble in the corner of the screen, which is kind of messing me up. But Fruity Pebbles and everything else that's pretty early along that I basically flipped right before I went on vacation, doing pretty well, doing pretty great. Terpenes are starting to come from it, so it's starting to smell a little bit, but I can't really identify it because it's not super pungent or potent of a smell, but it is there a little bit, and I can tell that it's going to be pretty great. The unlabeled plant is chugging right along, putting out some good nugs, and then what? Do I have an AK-47 for this round? I believe I do. I don't know. It's been a little bit before I actually looked at all the labels, but I do know that I have like 5 Pink Tsunamis, which is super exciting. Hopefully, they all yield okay. We have the one that had wind damage because it was sitting in front of the fan for a couple weeks and was just getting absolutely blasted by the fan at full power all of the time, which kind of sucks. But our flower room was so crowded at the beginning of that one going into flower that it was pretty much inevitable, and we turned the fan off recently. But yeah, we needed that airflow because of how crowded it was. Since then, we've had a couple plants taken down, so we got a little bit more room in there. So we were able to turn that off and not suffer like any consequences when it comes to the air circulation being lessened, which is good. But I think I'm going to switch over to YouTube from Twitch, simply because I have more of my audience here, and you guys have been sticking around and supporting me and hitting the like button and hitting subscribe and fucking just watching my videos a lot more. So since I don't have a huge audience, but I do have a good audience, I really appreciate you guys. 600, it blows my mind. I didn't think we'd be getting to this point. As much as I have been working for it, it just felt like it was going so slow. But you guys proved me wrong, and we had that one short hit almost 13,000 views, which I really appreciate. And I know it's a short and it comes up in the feed and people watch it, but it does have a high retention percentage, which I do appreciate, even though it's not like my other content, so it's probably not going to translate into views on the rest of my channel. It's still really cool to get a video that just kind of pops off like that. But as you guys know, we're finishing off my last grow. It's going to be my last grow for a little while because it's not very cost effective for how much weed I get for harvesting the plants, and it would be a lot more cost effective to just buy my weed a couple ounces at a time and just do it that way, and maybe even flip some, than it would be to just keep growing and paying the electric and paying for the gas to get out there. Even now, I'm cutting it back to every other day. So every other day, I'm going to be going to the garden. So these streams are going to be every other day rather than every single day, which is what I was doing for a little while until I hit, I was having trouble with Twitch. So for you guys who did go over and watch my Twitch streams, it was struggling for some reason and it wouldn't let me stream the past couple of times I went out there. So, I don't know what was going on with that, but I do apologize that I didn't think to stream here in the first place, because that would have made a lot more sense to transfer my stream than try to transfer my audience over to a different platform, because a lot of you guys might not even feel like building a Twitch account, and also YouTube is, from what I hear, a better streaming platform in the first place. So I think I'm just going to stay here and do the streams on YouTube for the time being, and hopefully do more live streams in general on YouTube and increase that frequency. But I want to experiment with gaming a little bit and experiment with taking you guys through the more day-to-day processes of growing weed and take you through the more boring stuff, just so we can have that conversation while I'm doing it in real life too, and give you guys like some more background stuff of what I do, like when I'm harvesting my plants and when I'm I wish I could say gardening, but I literally cannot live stream at my garden, and it really sucks, because I really wish I could take you guys in there and show you my plants and everything live, but I can't. It'd be great to have that conversation. I would get age restricted on those videos, but I do think it would be worth it, because let's face it, that's what a lot of people subscribe for, is to see my garden, and it really sucks that I can't, because the Wi-Fi there does not reach out to the garden, and the cell signal is subpar, so I would be starting a live stream, and then it would be stopping because I would lose signal, and that would probably happen like every 5 minutes. And 5 minutes is a stream, but it's not a very long stream, and it wouldn't be very constructive, because even like the videos I do where I talk about things, I have like 10-15 minutes of conversation with myself and with you guys, and then I cut it down to like 5-7 minutes depending on what I'm talking about. And you just simply, it would be hard to do that live, because I'd have to just keep going, and then not interacting with you guys and talking in the chat. But I am really excited to see where the channel develops and how it goes from here, and these changes that I'm making. But really, I'm just looking forward to the harvest, and that'll be in October probably sometime will be my last harvesting. Maybe early November if things just really push and need to be pushed to that level, but I'm really hoping to be done by the end of October. one thing I'm looking forward to in October, for you guys who don't know, is I do archery, and the whitetail archery season opens October 1st, and then there's also the early season. I believe it's the 25th and 26th, or it's the 26th and the 27th of September, where it's an early doe season, antlerless season. So hopefully I can get some meat in the freezer early, but if I can't, I'm going to be hitting October pretty hard and strategically, hopefully. And I planted a food plot yesterday, or I planted a food plot the day before yesterday, and then yesterday it rained really hard, so we got that good water going on there, so hopefully everything germinates on the food plot. But I did some defoliation, a whole lot of dead leaves, as you can imagine, on the Blue Widow, where it's facing like toxicity and just struggling in general. I wish I could help it a little bit more than I am, but I kind of need to figure out what's going on with that. I cut out the Magnifical, which is the calcium nutrient for the Remo line, and hopefully that will help out, because that does have a high percentage of nitrogen in it. And then I boosted the potassium they would be getting, so hopefully that can boost them a little bit in their flower production. I didn't up it by much. I upped it by like 1.25 milliliters per gallon, so maybe it's not going to do anything, but it's definitely not going to be enough to cause toxicity issues, to my knowledge. And that would be for each nutrients in the moment, and I don't really do a whole lot of math for it, if that makes any sense. Basically, for me, it's kind of a guessing game, but it's an education, because I kind of know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But, oh man, I'm really excited. I'm not excited to go to work tonight, but I am excited to get paid again. It's going to be struggle bus for me, because we had that one fucking vacation that was a little bit over a week, so I won't be getting about a week's pay. And I used all of my Robinhood money, which ended up coming through. Used all my Robinhood money to catch up on my car note. And yeah, now it's right back on the grindstone, right back on the struggle bus. And I wish I didn't go on that vacation. I really wish I didn't. And if they asked me and I knew what position I would be in right now, I would have not gone at all, because I needed the money more than I needed to go on vacation, obviously. But it was a good experience, and while I was there, it was nice to relax and whatever. Maine is a beautiful place, and maybe one day I'll move up there, but not right now. Not even close. Maybe in my 30s, maybe in my 40s, but not right now for sure. But I think I'm going to leave it off here. Not a whole lot to talk about. But for you guys who joined me, thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time. I really appreciate it.